This program is brought to you by LMCC, a partnership of the Southern Sierras chapter of the National Electrical Contractors Association and the International Brotherhood of Electrical Workers Local Unions 440 and 477, supplying electrical power to this nation for over 100 years. For more information or a free energy audit, visit ielmcc.org or call 909 307 3400.
Richard, can you tell me why are you putting on an event like this here in Southwest Riverside County?
Well, it really has to do with the fact that this subregion is going to be growing so fast in the future that it's been recognized by our elected officials, our leaders, that energy and the supply of energy is critical to the region's economic development in the future. And so one of the ways that we can essentially make energy an important issue is by saving the energy resources we have. So this workshop, it provides an opportunity for us to sort of preach the message on energy conservation as being an important way to spur economic development in the future. Well, one program that we're initiating hopefully next week, actually it's been under works for about 2 years, is a program that will provide financing to existing business and property owners in the subregion to make energy and water conservation retrofits to their properties. It's a financing program. We'll provide all the upfront costs for them to put in new solar or new windows or new HVAC systems on their properties, and they would pay it back over time through their property tax assessment. And we have $325 million of private investment ready to go in the program. So it's something that we see as being great for existing property owners to retrofit their properties and save on their utility bills. It's a fantastic program for the environment because it does reduce energy demand and it reduces greenhouse gases that are associated with energy supply and transmission. And it's great for the environment as well.
I'm here with Jan Hudson, the director of the Inland Empire LMCC. Jan, can you tell me a little bit who the LMCC is?
Yes, the LMCC is the Inland Empire Labor Management Cooperation Committee. We represent both NECA, National Electrical Contractors Association, and IBEW, International Brotherhood of Electrical Workers. And we're out representing them at different types of events, and we partner with folks such as wrcog in representing them and the contractors.
What is the major benefit of a small business owner in utilizing a NECA contractor? What are the major benefits for those companies?
Well, it really depends on the kind of work that they're trying to have done, but we have contractors, we have over 130 contractors in our National Electrical Contractors Association locally, and we can mirror the size of the contractor to the size of the company and work on a consultative basis and just assist them on whatever projects they might need.
I understand that NECA is starting to perform energy audits not only for industrial and government agencies, but even for consumer or residential properties. What does that mean, especially with this new state program for funding home energy? Where does NECA sit in doing these audits?
Well, in terms of whole building audits, that's one of the things I'd kind of touched on earlier, is that a lot of those incentives and rebates that are coming into play, it's really not just about slamming panels on a roof. It's about looking at the overall efficiency and conservation of an individual building as well too. Looking at the entire envelope as well as the equipment inside, and trying to figure out immediate cost savings in regards to conservation and efficiency, and then looking at alternate sources.
Chuck, why is your city hosting an event like this on energy?
Well, twofold. One, we have an excellent facility here for hosting these kinds of events, and we have determined that anything that promotes economic development, we want to see that event take place here in the conference center. And I think as well, we want to showcase the facility that we have and the energy saving techniques that we've employed in building this facility. We've been here just under a year, and so it's a relatively new building, and it's energy efficient. And we like to serve as an example to the community about how we can do our business in an energy efficient manner.
Are you looking for the city of Temecula to actually be one of the leaders in the county in energy efficiency and kind of as a, not a display, but a model to follow?
Well, that's a larger question. I think that's a great question. Obviously, during these times in a recession, we're always mindful of economic development. And as we move forward and move out of the recession and begin to look at the new economy for Western Riverside County, we want to focus on new energy kinds of jobs, new energy industries. We believe that that's a growth opportunity for this region to replace many of the construction jobs that have been lost. And we want to focus as well on higher education and job training. Job training can focus on technology, on technical training to fill those jobs. So we think that there's an opportunity to be had to support our economic development resurgence, if you will, in energy efficiency and green industry and jobs, as well as technical training.
Gerald, can you tell me why are you here today presenting to wrcog's Energy Summit?
One of our goals at CMTC is to help manufacturers become more competitive. And in that mission, we are trying to reduce cost, and part of that is the energy component that companies have to deal with.
And what are some of the things that local manufacturers here in the Riverside County area, what can they do to help reduce some of their energy costs?
Well, there's a number of areas that could be focused on, beginning with an energy audit, then looking at the opportunities and ranking them, and then implementing the changes in their facilities. Many of those changes actually affect not just the energy cost, but will benefit their manufacturing operations, to the surprise of many of the companies that engage in them.
Barbara, can you tell me why are events like today's energy event so important to this region?
Today's event's important because it not only blends putting business and local governments together, but it's helping promote our local economy and getting our small businesses up and running, especially on an energy efficiency and solar water conservation front. So our Energy Summit is really focused on working with the businesses, rolling out the Western Riverside Energy Efficiency and Water Conservation Program that's not only going to help our residents in energy efficiency, but it's also going to grow our local economy.
Can you tell me more about that program? Is that the AB 811 program you're talking about?
Yes, that's our AB 811 program. It is a financing program for residential and commercial property owners. We have $325 million of private investment dollars that will be available. $25 million will be for large commercial solar projects. We have $200 million that will be available for commercial energy efficiency, water conservation, and smaller renewable projects, as well as $100 million available for a residential program.
Walter, can you tell me why are events like this one that wrcog is putting on so important for this region?
It's important for this region, and it's important everywhere, to be honest with you. The world of energy efficiency, particularly in renewables, is the one bright spot in the economy. It's been growing even through the recession. It's a job creator. California's businesses and government actually are working together in many ways, and those policies are driving more innovation in the state. California leads the country, and in many cases the world, in terms of patents. Venture capital, we're drawing the great lion's share of it. And that all is good for the environment. You know, we're reducing energy use and water use and whatnot. But it's also good for the economy, because energy efficiency creates local jobs. You can't retrofit your house without sending somebody to change the insulation or the window.
I believe your company is actually the one that developed the Flex Your Power campaign for the state. How are you going to help organizations like wrcog spread the word that this money is available and that it's a driver for this region?
The Flex Your Power campaign, which went on for the last decade, actually started as a response to the energy crisis, has partnered from the very beginning with public-owned utilities and the investor-owned utilities and business to do just that, spread the word about the billions of dollars of incentives and rebates out there, and just quite frankly to spread the word about the economic advantages of energy efficiency, for instance. There's probably 4,000 megawatts of of energy efficiency that's cost effective. That means if a business puts their money in, they get it back, and then they start making money. And it's really, we need all the help we can get to spread the word. It has to happen at the local level.
This program is brought to you by LMCC, a partnership of the Southern Sierras chapter of the National Electrical Contractors Association and the International Brotherhood of Electrical Workers Local Unions 440 and 477, supplying electrical power to this nation for over 100 years. For more information or a free energy audit, visit ielmcc.org or call 909-307-3400.